So guys, it's raining and I've been sent out to buy some stuff. I know, right? What a terrible fate I have. But this, reminded me that I really wanted to make a video for you guys, and which is, let me give you a little context. So I constantly get people telling me, why is this guy using a stick? He's 14, not 144. So just to clarify, this is not for me. This is not a stick for me to balance, but it's more a cane for me to aid in walking. So today I'll show you why this is important and how I use it. So basically what this does, this cane is, it's also called a white cane, but what this basically does is it makes sure that there is no obstacle, or it warns me of any obstacles. So let's start with the height of the cane. So usually the cane is supposed to be, it should come up to your neck. But for me, because I'm a little more comfortable with this, it comes up to my chest. So I actually find it more comfortable when it's just a little shorter of my neck, which is my chest. Now secondly, let's talk about holding the cane. There are actually two ways to hold the cane. One is called choke position, or when you hold the cane choked up, or in simpler layman's terms, when you're not walking or when you're holding someone's arm and walking and you want to keep your cane by your side. So the way to do this is, there is this knob like thing on the top of the cane and you just wrap your fingers around right below it. Now the second way to hold the cane is when you're walking, and that is when you're alone or when you prefer using the cane even when you're holding someone's arm. And then what you do is, first you keep your cane in front of you, so it's kind of perpendicular to you in a way, and it should be around the height of your waist, but it also depends. Some people like to hold it at their height of the stomach, and the way you hold it again is one of your fingers will be stretched out across the cane, usually it's the index finger, and the rest of your fingers will be wrapped around just that knob, and then you move. So that's how you hold the cane. Now there's also a way to keep your cane when you're not walking, is you fold your cane, which most canes are actually foldable, so you can see these breaks, you can just fold it. And there are these cane pouches. Mine is dangling around my neck with this rope, but you can also have your cane pouch attached to your side. Now this is going to be very hard for me. There you go. So you can have it like this, attached to your side as well. And if you're attached to your side or anywhere you keep it, you can just put your cane in and it will stay. Okay? So I actually prefer it around my neck. So that's essentially how you keep your cane. Okay, so canes actually, they're called white canes, but nowadays they come in different ways. So mine is actually white at the top and it's red at the bottom, and it has this roller tip, but it doesn't really work. And it has this elastic that usually you are allowed to wrap around your hand. Now, but there are some canes, particularly made in India, that actually don't have the roller tip, and the tip is what's called rigid or stationary. And there are also many canes now, especially available in the US. I have one of them, which are multicolored in the sense that they are blue. I have a blue colored one. You also get pink, hot pink, and many other colors. And those actually have a rubber, proper grip that is around, so you have that area to put your index finger. I actually have one of those, but it's too tall for me, so I can't use it. And you actually have the grip, so it wraps around the first section of your cane. So let's talk about walking with the cane. Now, there are actually 2 or 3 ways, in fact, to use your cane. The first way is called diagonal, but it's used only when you're indoors, and it basically involves holding your cane in a vice-like grip, just having all your hands surrounding it, the top, except for the thumb, which is stretched out, and you hold it across your body, so it's like a diagonal stick horizontally, and you just walk with it in front. But this only works indoors, as the surface is smoother. Let's talk about outdoors, since we are outdoors with this beautiful backdrop. So outdoors, there are actually 2 ways of using it. One is 2-point touch, which basically means as you're walking, you move your cane from right to left and you just keep tapping it once on each side. And there's something called constant contact, which basically means it's like 2-point touch, but you keep moving your cane. And keep note that while you're doing this, only your wrist moves and not your whole arm. So before I show you a proper demo of walking and you hitting an obstacle, let me show you how to get on a step. So I have a step right here and my cane is poised. The way you do this is you hold it in diagonal and you keep the cane below you onto the landing. And then when you step down, whoops, your cane already knows that, okay, this is the place. And to go up, it's very easy. You just hold your cane in kind of choke position like a pencil. And you move your cane up and then you step up. So your cane goes first and then you go. So let me now show you what happens when there's an obstacle. So I'm just going to walk with my preferred way, that's 2-point touch. And at some point, there you go. So there's this thermocol box there in front of me. I know that because I actually set it here. But this is an obstacle that's coming my way. And so what my cane does is, it hits this obstacle and tells me, hey, there's an obstacle in front of you at the length of the cane. So that's how the cane warns me. So then I know, okay, fine, I gotta move around this obstacle and then I go beyond. This thermocol right here is actually a lower level object, which means it's below my waist height. And my cane is able to protect me from that, inform me about that. But what about head height? I can't take my cane and take it up there. So what you do for head height is, it's always a good practice to keep your hand out. They're usually around shoulder level. And so your hand will always hit an object that is interrupting. If it's a pole, here in my case it's actually a plant, but if it's a pole it will tell you beforehand. So that's how you protect yourself against objects that are above waist height. Okay, so if you guys have a cane, do let me know in the comments what kind of cane is it. Like, does it have a roller tape, a grip, which color? But if you don't, I'd always recommend you to buy from Ambitech canes. They're a US company, and I always say you buy a cane, even if you don't get it from Ambitech, a cane with a grip, a rubber grip. Now mine doesn't because this is a temporary cane. And a cane that is made out of graphite, as it's much more stable and doesn't bend. And a cane with a roller hook tip, not a slip-on, because you'd find people say a slip-on tip's good, but always a slip-on tip will only last you for a certain amount of time. But a hook tip actually lasts you for much longer. And always buy a roller tip, not a rigid or stationary tip, as it's much more useful, especially in indoor places and even in outdoor places when the terrain is not even. So that's it for this one, guys. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye-bye.